Yeah, well, want to make sure you look good for the camera. Oh, hey everybody, episode 18, ChrisandBrick. I didn't realize we had pressed the record button yet, but we did. So, welcome back. I gotta say, I feel like at this point, I'm kind of committed. I feel like we're committed. I don't know. I was thinking about it this morning. I was just like, we've done enough of the episodes now that if we stopped, do we have to send a written notification to YouTube letting them know that we're stopping, or how does that work? Because you don't usually just stop something out of thin air like that if you've put that much time and energy in. Plus there's people that are relying on you for information and sometimes I guess entertainment, what have you. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought about that, and I was also thinking about just more random things again today, because I've read a lot of different things. And Brick, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but there's a lot of really weird things that humans do or that we tell each other. And I don't know why some of the things are that we tell each other, but I was reading an article today where it was talking about the whole. Well, you don't know this, but there's a whole belief that if you eat within an hour before or after if you go swimming within an hour after you've eaten, you can tell I read this article really thoroughly, that you'll get cramps and die, or drowned or something like that. But I don't really know too many people that do a lot of eating and then generally go exercise afterwards. I know that if I have the choice between the food and going and making my heart rate go up really a lot, I'm going for the burger every time. So probably not going to do both of those things together anyway. So it almost seems like it was a plot by really out of shape people to tell really in shape people that they should stop trying to show off by both enjoying great food and then also working out. So that's what I don't know again why any other reason why. That's the only reason that could come to mind for me, but that's one of the things that I was reading about. Another one that I read, and I read this earlier this morning, was about how there was apparently a guy in Canada, or he was in Canada, he's a Canadian, but he's Greek. And that just complicates things further because, he invented Hawaiian pizza. So a Greek guy who lives in Canada made Hawaiian pizza, which as far as I know is actually the formal recipe for terrorism, domestic or foreign, honestly. But, and so I don't know if this guy's still alive. If he is, he's probably at a CIA black site being interrogated as we speak. And I don't blame them, really, because I thought about it, and that whole concept just eludes me in terms of why we would make a pizza, perfectly good, amazing food, and then put pineapple slices on it. It's bizarre. But these are the things that have kind of come up today. And I just kind of want to give you a little insight into the human psyche, and that's what I think this will do. This will at least give you some idea of the things that we talk about or we think about, and you can tell how far they really kind of advance society. So take all of this information down if you really want to learn and grow. Another thing I read, I was reading an article about music. And this one actually was specifically about dance music. Apparently, they call it dance music, but it's like the rave music. Apparently, if you play that kind of music, it will ward off mosquitoes. What I don't understand is though how you if you put that music on, not only will the mosquitoes be warded off, but more than likely I would probably jump off of my balcony. So, I mean, either way, I don't get bit by mosquitoes, I feel like, because if I'm going down 27 floors, they're probably not going to catch me. So I don't feel like that's really as effective as they say it is. But just for your general information, if anyone ever asks you, how do I get rid of these mosquitoes? Just, tell them to turn on some rave music. Was another thing I was reading. There was this website that was like a Reader's Digest sort of a thing. Sorry, I don't know if it's okay to say Reader's Digest name on the internet. Will I get sued by Reader's Digest? I hope not, but if you guys need a few bucks, just let me know. I'll kick it your way, because I don't know if anybody still reads you anymore. But I did today, so yay, Reader's Digest. Another thing, and this actually made me think of Gary, is because apparently cats are incapable of tasting sweet things, and they say it's because of a genetic defect. They didn't say specifically what the genetic defect was, but I really got a sense that it has to have something to do with the fact that they like to, lick their butts. So, they keep licking their buttholes, and eventually they don't want to, or they can no longer taste anything sweet. So maybe when they're first born, they could taste a sweet thing, but then the first time they get in their backside, they're done. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels true. So that's what I think that's what we'll call it. That's the fact. Cats can't taste sweet things because they lick their buttholes. And again, this is all really just good conversational information for when you're out on the street, or if you're having a conversation, at a party or what have you. So, bear that in mind. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess just this is more for the at-home listeners, as opposed to Brick. But one of the interesting challenges about doing this podcast I've discovered is making sure I have a different shirt on every day, because I pretty much don't leave the house very much. And even if I did leave the house, it's so infrequent that I could probably wear the same shirt every day for a month right now, and no one would notice that I was wearing the same shirt. So I've actually had to put forth the effort to wash clothes and make sure that I have something clean on, and that I don't look like I've lived in a dumpster on the side of the road for the last several weeks since we've gotten to know each other. But that's probably been the biggest hurdle, that and deciding if I have enough hats to put in rotation. And I think I do. Some of them I don't really want to wear, but we may test them out. I have another NASA hat that I have. It's just, the only thing about it is it's solid white, and I think it would make me look bald because I'm so incredibly pale, that it really would not go well. So we'll test it out later, but for now I think we're going to stick with the hats that you've seen. I may have one or two more that I'm willing to share, but I'm going to keep the rotation to what it currently is. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been on my mind today. And I really, I feel like brick culture is, and don't take this the wrong way, it's kind of limited. I mean, we haven't gotten into the real core of like your family life and that sort of thing yet, and I know that we will, but and we can also talk about more serious subjects like, do you experience anxiety or depression, and how does it affect you? And then we can swap stories. We can talk about how our crippling anxiety is, more crippling to probably the people around us than to ourselves or what have you. But in reality, I don't know that much about you on that side yet. So and neither do obviously our listeners at home. But we'll get to that over time, I'm sure. And if you don't want to talk about it, just bottle it up and store it away someplace far, far away where no one has to be bothered with your patheticness, right? That's what I would recommend. So that's episode 18. random episode 18. Episode 19, not sure what it's going to be yet, but it'll be around later this afternoon, and I look forward to talking to you about whatever that one is. Have a good day, everybody, and we'll talk soon.